everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Cindy and I am a 31-year-old mama of 3 kiddos with 1 more on the way due in just a couple of weeks. I work full-time in early childhood education for a local nonprofit in my area, and my husband and I have been using the cash budgeting method for about 2.5 years now in order to gain better financial literacy, take control of our finances, and build the life that we want for our family. If that sounds like the kind of thing that you are interested in, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and follow along. And of course, like this video so that I know this is what you want to see more of. Hey everyone, hello, happy Friday. So today's video is a little bit different, I guess. Normally my weekly cash stuffings come to you on Saturdays, but this one is coming to you today because, to make a very long story short, in doing my money manifestation challenge that I have been working on, where I'm challenging myself to earn $10 every single day of the week, I did do that every day this week, but I'm very behind in uploading videos. There's just been a lot going on and I have been just crazy busy, and so this is kind of making up some of that. I'm using some money that I earned this week in doing that challenge to stuff my weekly spend this week, because this is a short check week and it wasn't really a heavy bill week. However, my husband and I made a couple of errors in our budget when we were trying to figure out where everything was going. We made a couple mistakes, and some of that included just overspending in general. We just didn't really communicate super well with each other about like what was being spent and when and all of that. And I had money that I was supposed to take back to the bank for purchases on our debit card that I just didn't get around to doing. My work schedule was kind of crazy this week, and anyhow, we ended up being very short for this week. We did get it figured out. However, we decided we're just going to leave the money that we got paid today from his weekly salary check in the bank as essentially kind of a buffer. And I would use some of the money that I earned this week to just do a quick basic stuffing of just the things that we needed to stuff anyway. And this money I earned from, this was a payment for a senior session. If you are new and you don't know, I do have my 9-to-5 in early childhood education, but I also have my own photography business as well. And I've been doing a lot of last minute discounted sessions just for some extra real quick side income before the baby comes, because once I go on maternity leave, I'm going to have what for me is a fairly long maternity leave. It's the longest I've ever had. It's still definitely not enough, but it's the longest I've ever had, and I will not be at full pay the entire time. I'll only be at full pay for, I believe, about 2 to maybe 3 weeks of it, and then I will not be at full pay. So I'm trying to earn as much as I can beforehand. Okay, so that was very long-winded. Let's go ahead and count the cash. 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45. Okay, move that up. Okay. And my denominations are not necessarily what they typically are for my weekly stuffing, simply because I did just pull it from what I earned from that payment for that session. And so I just kind of broke up the denominations before we knew we would need it for this. And that's just kind of how it came out. So it's a little weird this week, but it's okay. We're going to make it work because we do have what we need. So first is groceries, and it will be getting its usual $185. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 20, 1, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 5. So let me double check just to make sure. 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 5. Ooh, I got hiccups. Excuse me. Yes, 185. So anyhow, that's how my week is going. It's been a stressful week around here. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I have been just super crazy busy with preparing for the new baby. I felt so prepared this whole entire pregnancy. I feel like I was on top of everything. I had everything ready to go. I've done this before. I've done this before. I have 3 children already. I knew what was necessary, what wasn't necessary. Everything was fine, and I felt like I had so much time to complete everything. And now here I am at 37 and a half weeks, and I feel like a chicken with its head cut off. I feel like there's not enough time. I feel like I'm very unprepared and it's been a struggle. It really has. So I am skipping household, which actually, now that I think about it, I should not have skipped household, but that's okay. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I had originally planned to give myself $5 in spending. That is about what I'm gonna need for household. That's a little, I could use a little more, but I'm just gonna put my personal spending in household because I really don't need anything this week. And I would probably just spend it on a coffee anyway. And I'm trying really hard to stay on top of having my coffee at home right now. 5 in spending also for my husband, so I'm gonna set that off to the side over here for him. The cats will be getting 10. So now Tesla and Kiara have 25 in their envelope. Ooh, I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. Probably not, because my washer is going and it's kind of far away. But my neighbor just got home, and I know because every time he gets home, his speakers on his SUV are so loud that they rattle my windows. Okay, we're going to be putting a little bit into the kids binder today. So my oldest son's necessities are going to be getting $5. He doesn't need anything at this exact moment, but I know here soon coming up he will. So I want to make sure that he has something in here for the next time we go to the store. So he has 15 in here. And I always try to make sure that if I'm stuffing one of the kiddos' envelopes, I'm stuffing like something for all of them. But I'm going to be honest with you, my younger son does not need anything in his necessities. He has $82 remaining. That's plenty. He does not need anything at all right now. I think he is a little low on toothpaste, but other than that, like, he does not need anything. So with us being short this week, I decided I would go ahead and skip him. My daughter, on the other hand, I don't know why I put that Sharpie away. That was silly. My daughter, on the other hand, is also going to be getting $5 for her necessities. Oh, and I forgot to update that tracker. So she actually has 15, not 16. I forgot I gave her $1 the other night because she helped out with sweeping up the kitchen for me. So let me just make note of that really quickly here. She actually has 15. Okay. I asked her to sweep up the kitchen for me a little bit because I was trying to cook dinner and it was like driving me crazy. I kept stepping on all the like yucky crumbs on the floor because I hadn't I had swept earlier, but then of course my kids came back through and they'd been outside playing, so there was like dirt everywhere and it was driving me crazy. So I asked her if she would sweep the floor for me, and she said, yeah, can I get $1 for it? And I was like, you know what? Yes, you can get $1 for it. So I pulled $1 out of her her necessities envelope. The new baby is going to be getting 15. So now she has 35 back in her envelope. We did receive all of the items that we purchased for her with the $500 that was in here, and they're all here, and I'm really excited about that. And of course, I bought her car seat, and I haven't even taken it out of the box yet. Not really. Like, I took it out just to kind of like give it a once over and read through the manual and just kind of familiarize myself with it. I am a certified car seat safety technician, but I don't have a whole lot of experience with this particular car seat. So I wanted to make sure that I flip through the manual a couple of times before she comes. So my first time just kind of flipping through and familiarizing myself with it was not last night, but the night before. And then today, literally today, I got a notification that there's a recall on that seat, and I was freaking out, and I was like, oh my gosh, we literally just bought this seat. I just looked at it, but thankfully the model number that we have is not one of the model numbers that's affected. So I'm really, really grateful for that. I was definitely sweating bullets for a minute, but all is well. Her seat is safe to use. It does not need any replacement parts or anything like that, so we should be fine. Car Needs is going to be getting this final $15 here. So now Car Needs has 20, 30, 40, and 5. Ooh, come here, you. I'm hoping to really stay on top of adding to this because I really want this to be more of a priority right now, especially with, we're getting closer to paying it off. We are right on track to pay my car off early in November. I'm hoping, or excuse me, in December. We're on track to pay it off in December. I'm hoping that I'll be able to shave another month off and pay it off in November. That's my goal. Either way, it's not a whole heck of a lot earlier than just the maturation of the original loan anyway. I believe the loan was originally was scheduled to be paid off in, I think, like April of next month. So I'm only shaving off a couple of months, but it's still a big deal. And I want to make sure that when that car is paid off, I have something if something happens to go wrong, because I've noticed this trend with us and our vehicles. Every time we get a car paid off, either right before or immediately after paying off a car, something happens to that car. I don't know why. I don't know what sort of curse this is, but I'm trying to be at least a little bit prepared. And it is a little bit overwhelming because I'm trying to save for the car needs, I'm trying to save for the baby, I'm trying to save up our emergency fund. I'm trying really hard to push to fully fund the emergency fund before the baby gets here. But I have less than 3 weeks until my due date, but I'm sure I probably have, 3.5 to 4 weeks left before the baby actually comes. But I'm just trying to save all this money in such a short amount of time. And so, it is a little overwhelming, but I'm really doing my best. I was not able to upload the new challenges that I made into my Buy Me a Coffee shop just yet. I began to, and there was some sort of issue. I think it was with my internet. I really think it was on my end. I don't think it was on Buy Me a Coffee. I believe it was an issue with me, However, I wasn't able to get the challenges up, and just since this week has been so busy, I have not even bothered to retry. So I'm going to retry again, and if I'm able to get everything uploaded and into my shop today, then I will let you guys know. Actually, it might be tomorrow. It might actually be tomorrow. I have an appointment in the morning, but then after that, my whole day is free. And so maybe tomorrow would be a better time. So regardless, if I'm able to figure out what the issue is and correct it, I will do so, and I will let you guys know. Anyhow, I feel like that was very long-winded. My point is, I will have some new challenges up in my Buy Me a Coffee hopefully this weekend. I apologize if they weren't up Monday. I really think it was a me issue. It was a me problem. I believe it's fixed, and they should be up and ready this week. I'm gonna say by Sunday. I'm just gonna go ahead and give myself a little extra time and say by Sunday they should be in my coffee shop. But until then, thank you all so much for coming along with me. Thank you for those of you who have been following along on this money manifestation challenge that I've given myself. This has been a lot of fun, and it's been so fun to have all of you kind of watching and following and encouraging me. You guys have been so encouraging and so awesome, and it's been a really great experience, and I appreciate every single one of you. I do have another one coming up after this video, so stay tuned, because I did sell another item and I was able to get another $10. Again, all of this is very behind schedule, but that's okay. I think I sold the dress, I want to say I sold it yesterday, so it's only a day behind. So anyhow, I hope that you have all had a really wonderful week. I hope you're ready for the weekend, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, friends.